Did you know that eels can produce electricity with their own bodies? Do you know how they do it? In fact, the electric eel has the highest voltage discharge of any known animal.
Fish that use electricity every day have electroreceptors, which allow them not only to communicate with each other, but also to locate objects and animals nearby. The electric eel can also discharge powerful shocks of electricity to predators and prey, which is what makes this fish so special.
Before we dive into the question, how do they generate electricity? Let's learn more about this fascinating animal. Somewhere in the Amazonas, a deep river hides one of the most amazing animals known to man. Yes, the electric eel, a fish with the...
Wait, eels are fish?
Yes, indeed. Electric eels are more closely related to the catfish than to actual eels. They're a type of knife fish, only live in freshwater, and actually breathe air.
Oh, okay, I get it now. So, what were you saying?
Right. A fish from the Amazonas that just seems too amazing to be true. Contrary to what you might think, not many scholars study them. We have known about eels since 1766, but just recently they classified a new species totaling 3. Electrophorus electricus, Electrophorus varii, and Electrophorus voltae.
Maybe they have not been studied more because of their habitat, which can be hard to access. Or maybe it's because they're not the prettiest.
Their habitat is quite hard to reach and hostile. The rivers they live in have murky waters, which is why they have poor eyesight. They have to compensate by using low voltage pulses to help them navigate around. Speaking of voltage, can you explain to us how they generate such powerful discharges?
Yes, let's start with the basics. The majority of their body is occupied by 3 electric organs. Let's take a closer look at these organs. There are cells called electrocytes. They use the sodium-potassium pump to keep the external area of the cell positively charged, while the internal area stays negatively charged. When an eel wants to produce a discharge, its brain sends acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter, to the electrocytes, which cause potassium ions to enter one side of the cells, and to maintain equilibrium, potassium ions exit on the other side. And just like that, this sudden exchange creates electricity. One electrocyte doesn't generate much electricity, but since there are thousands piled up together, by activating just one, a domino effect happens and activates all the surrounding electrocytes. This allows an eel to free up to 800 volts in a single discharge.
Even though we have discovered how these animals generate electricity, there is still a lot we don't know about them. Big populations haven't been taxonomically classified, and we still don't know why they don't shock themselves.
Although we have a few foreground hypotheses. I think it could be that they have a non-conducting substance or protective layer that shields their bodies and organs.
I personally believe it's because electricity flows too quickly through and out of their bodies to shock them. Or maybe they have a higher resistance to electricity, but who knows? What do you think?